It's so authentic. It's you. It's straight to camera. There's no super high quality production, special lights, effects. It's not overly flashy. But despite all of that, millions of people have watched your content. Even I was just looking through the comment section, and people that are like, it feels like I'm listening to my older brother. Like, this is my older brother, my big bro. Men and women enjoying your content, feeling seen by your content.
Best thing that I ever did in my life was focus on me and my life. And I need you to understand that a lot of people are not focused on the things that they should be focused on. A lot of people do not have their priorities in check. And when you don't have your priorities in check, it's going to be very hard for you to be purpose driven. Because the early beginnings of purpose is understanding what you care about, understanding your priorities. What do we even put energy into? And that's something that you figure out once you start to actually focus on yourself. Focusing on yourself is a cheat code to being on your purpose. And when you're on your purpose, you start to align with people, places, and things that actually make sense. So when you're focused on yourself, it's not that you're actually like going away from the world, or you're saying, I don't need the world, or I don't need friends. But what you're saying is, I need me, I need myself, and I need to understand myself on a deeper level in order for me to be the best that I can be, not only for myself, but also for others. So that takes care of that. And what do I mean by that? A lot of people think that the people who focuses on themselves, that they're selfish, that they don't care about other people. But I beg to differ. Those are some of the most kind-hearted people who have always put others before themselves. And it's finally time for them to put themselves first and care about themselves and care about what they're building. And you can't blame them for that. But some people will try. Some people will try. Some people will call you selfish for finally focusing on you. The truth is, they don't like the fact that you're figuring out your life. They don't like the fact that you're doing the best you can with the life that you have. They don't like the fact that you're passing them up. They turn it into something competitive. And if that's what they're doing, then that's evidence and proof right there that those are not the people that you need to be aligned with. But if you have people that not only understand, but encourage you in those times, that check up on you in those times, that know that you're busy, that know that you have something that you're aiming towards, and that they still want to be there for you and with you and work with you to help you get towards those goals whenever you are ready. Man, those are the people that you have to be aligned with. Those are the friends that I want. I want to tell you something. A lot of people don't know how to focus on themselves, and a lot of people don't know how to do deep, focused work. A lot of people have one foot in and one foot out, and we're not comparing ourselves to a lot of people. We're just comparing ourselves to ourselves. I was once there. I remember being like everybody else. Until it hit me. There's only one way out. There's only one person in charge of my life. There's only one guy that can do the work for me. And it's me. And the blessing that I have to even be alive, the blessing that I have to be here, the blessing that I have to make something of my life, that's God. And when it comes to the what, that's called purpose. What am I doing with my time? What am I doing with my life? That alignment is purpose. And so I've really quickly started to realize that God, purpose, and myself are some of the most important things in my life. And that's not a selfish thing. That's a selfless thing, because purpose is rooted in helping others. Purpose is rooted in helping humanity. Very little chance for somebody to have a purpose that's only rooted in themselves. Eventually, your purpose becomes big enough that other people are able to be inspired by whatever your purpose is. Eventually, your purpose reaches a point where it's helping other people, where it's helping humanity. At first, your purpose might be to just focus on you and help you and figure out how you need to live your life. But eventually, purpose continues to evolve into something that helps others, that helps humanity. So I want you to understand something. The old way of living is dead. The old way of thinking is gone. You have to think for now. You have to live for today. That's the importance of focusing on yourself, is that you start to realize what actually matters. You start to realize your priorities. And like I said, that's a cheat code to living out your purpose and living a fulfilled life. So one of the things that I started to realize while I was focusing on myself was that, wow, I actually have more time than I think. I actually have more time than I think. More time. We live in a world that tells us that we have less time. We live in a world that tells us that we don't have enough time. We live in a world that tells us that we need more and more and more and more time. We live in a world that wants to push us to live 36 hours in a day instead of 24. People are praying that the sun stays out longer. Why? Because they don't know that they actually have all the time that they need to reach the goals that they want to reach. It's all about patience, and it's all about longevity. Are you willing to wait your turn? Are you willing to put the work in and wait until it's your time to rise? Are you willing to fail publicly, miserably, and then succeed? Because deep down, we're aware of the truth that failure doesn't exist as long as you are trying. And so if you're trying, you're doing. And if you're doing, you're completing. It's like a video game. It's a mission. Sometimes you're going to lose battles, but it doesn't mean that you won't win the war. Eventually, you will make it to the highest level. It is possible. It's not designed to be easy, but it was designed for you to win. And I believe that life was designed for us to win, but it was not designed for it to be easy. It may look easier for some people, but don't get into that trap of the competitive nature of things. Focus on yourself. See, when you focus on yourself, you start to realize that you actually need just a couple hours a day to work on the things that you really want in this world. And that if you do that over time, that the compound effect really does add up the effort that you've been putting in, and that you can start having results as quickly as 90 days. This is 100% true. This is something that I help the brothers with in the Brotherhood. If you want to work more closely with me and a group of men that understand how to utilize their time and be productive, you can definitely check out the link below to apply, right? We have an application form. Sign the application form. Okay. DM me the word Brotherhood on Instagram as well. You can take that extra step, but I will see your application, and then I'll get back to you in a time period that is according to whenever I'm available. I will get back to you for sure, if everything meets the requirements. So we're here to talk about that very point, being productive. Productivity, when you're focusing on yourself, starts to rise a whole bunch, because you now have access to the time, your life, that others were taking from you. And it's not like they were taking it like they're just taking it, but it's the fact that you didn't have any boundaries set up. So when you start to focus on yourself, now you're able to actually set boundaries up, and you're able to now be a witness to how much things actually take away from you, right? And you get to choose consciously, actively. You get to make the choice of what you want to indulge in and what you want to be a part of and what you want to spend time on. So there's another point that I want you to think about. And this point is very important. Not only do you have more time, but you also, like I said, start to win in life because of the compound effect. So 1% better each day. You actually have the time to do that now. But on top of that, you start to figure out what matters in life. Let's dive deeper into that. A lot of people don't have an understanding of what they should actually care about, because we've been taught and we've been told to care about a whole bunch of things, but we haven't been taught how to care for ourselves. This is why we have a lot of mental health crises, not only in our nation, but in the world. And a lot of that is because we are told to work, to do more, to make more friends. And I'm not saying that work is bad or making friends are bad. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is we only have a certain level of capacity that we're able to give. What do you have left for you? What do you have left for yourself? Only you can answer that. So what happens when you focus on yourself is that you start to fill up your own tank. You start to have more energy. You stop the procrastination. You start locking in. You start doing the things that you need to do. You start focusing on yourself. And then you're able to elevate at a faster pace. I'm 23. I reached some of my goals. I had to set higher ones because the pace at which I was working at, even if I wasn't working a whole lot, I was working each day towards my goals. And I was focused. And I was focused on myself. Another thing that starts to happen when you focus on yourself, right? This is why it's the best decision that I've ever made. It's not just because of productivity. It's not just because of success. The truth is, it's because of peace. You have a peace of mind. You realize that a lot of people want a piece of your peace, and it's up to you to take care of your peace. Your peace is your responsibility, and you can very easily give it up. So what I realized was that it's very important for me to take care of my peace. And sometimes you don't know how much of your peace you're giving away until you step back, until you focus on yourself and you realize. And I had my realization moment that I was giving a lot, right? A lot that I didn't even have to give. But when I started to focus on myself, I was able to give to me. And that made me better for those around me. But most importantly, it made me better for myself. Because if I'm not good, then nothing that I can do is good. Nothing that I do could be good if I'm not good. If I'm not good, how can I help other people be good? Nah, being good, what I realized, is our own job. Taking care of your mental health is our own job. And it's a blessing when other people are able to care for us and love us and take time out of their day to check up on us. That's a blessing. We should appreciate that. But our mental health is on us. And so when I make videos like this, helping people to get through not only tough times, but elevate in life, when we're talking about being on our purpose, being purpose driven, this means a lot to me. This channel means a lot to me. This community means a lot to me because I want to see you guys be successful. And I really mean that. I don't just want you guys to reach your goals, but I want you guys to reach your goals in one piece. I want you guys to reach your goals with your health intact. And I mean that. I really do. It's not easy to do something every single day, but it's part of who I am. Helping others, wanting to see you guys do good. It brings me joy. It brings me happiness to see the results that you guys make in real time. I see it over here on the channel. I see it with the chosen ones, right? People who need to break free from lust. I see it over there. I see it with the brotherhood, the group of men working hard to be the best that they can be, working closely with me to elevate their life. I see it. I see the growth and I'm proud. And I think that that's what this is all about. Evolution. So my question to you is, when's the last time that you've evolved? When's the last time that you read a book? Right? When's the last time that you poured into yourself? When's the last time that you poured into your hobby? When's the last time? When's the last time that you took yourself out on a date? When's the last time that you journaled? When's the last time that you went for a walk? When's the last time that you prayed to God? When's the last time? This is why focusing on yourself, it will be one of the most important decisions that you ever make in your life. Because you finally have the time to do the things that matters. Good luck to you on your journey. I love you guys. Peace.
Yo.
Hey, you got the floor, bro. Talk about your W's. Talk about how the brotherhood and the chosen ones has benefited you so far. You got the floor, man. Talk about your growth so far, man. We putting the spotlight on you right now, brother.
So The brotherhood has been probably the best thing I've ever joined. Like, I'm gonna be honest. When I first started watching the channel, I was a little iffy because people always told me that people would try to just extort you for money and stuff like that. And I was still in that mindset that I didn't know how to, like, I didn't want to really grow. So I kept telling myself, nah, he's trying to extort me for money, this, that, and the third. But then I joined that stream that one day, and you mentioned the brotherhood. I'm like, something's telling me to try this out. You said it's only $100 a month, and I'm like, I got $100. Let's make it happen. You know what I mean? And ever since then, I've seen so much growth. It's crazy. Like, you really inspired me to start doing content creation. You inspired me to get right with God, and now I got 20 plus brothers that are inspiring me to do the same thing and stay on that path, stay consistent. And I've been told I inspire them as well. Like, I don't give myself enough credit sometimes, but I feel like I really do my part in the brotherhood and try to inspire others, and they do their part. It's a growth movement, and this is what we need as men. We need other accountable men to hold us accountable. So when you go through a hard time, you can fall back on these brothers, and they're not gonna judge you, but they're gonna tell you what you need to hear. Feel me?
Right.
And that's what I love about the brotherhood. It's all love at the end of the day.
Yeah,
it's all love.
it is, bro. It is.